The DM screen is an intimidating wall of hidden secrets. Behind that screen lies the very life force of the game, and at times, even your characters. So if you're thinking of being the DM, I'm going to give you a look at what's behind my Dungeon Master screen. Stick around. Now, obviously the DM screen is something different when you're playing in online games. All of my games currently are online, but the tools that I use when running my games are all essentially the same thing. One of the biggest tips I can give is to keep a list of NPCs and a list of names. I usually have a list of male, female, non-binary, and surnames. Then, when they try to surprise me by asking the NPCs names, I simply mix and match and boom, seamless response. As an added bonus, I also keep this all side by side with hundreds of photos of NPCs that I've compiled, so I just scroll, find the one I like for this bar or that store, and then I pick and choose a name and I breathe a little life into them. Another great thing to keep handy is a list of monster stat blocks that you'll need for any planned or potential encounters. This is why having an idea of where the story is going instead of just winging it can be very helpful. It saves precious time when you're not rummaging through the books for the saving throw of your zombie overlord. Now, this one might seem like a bit much to a lot of people, but again, this is my DM screen, everyone's is different. But I will do a rough sketch or outline of the city, break it up into the districts or neighborhoods, and make a list of all the possible shops or points of interest. That way, I'm not simply coming up with something on the fly, and instead giving a prepared answer that only helps solidify the credibility of your world. My world? I also keep bullet points of notes for the session. This is everything from gentle reminders to whole texts of speech that I have pre-written, in case there's something big being revealed in the session. But mostly it's a general outline of what roads my story might take and encounters they might have along the way. For example, if my party is starting now in Town Alpha and going to Town Bravo, which is 2 days away, my session notes might be outlined like the headers of a chapter, something I picked up from the modules. It'll say, leaving Alpha, and I'll have a list of some stuff that might happen as they leave, such as characters that might want to say goodbye. Then the next section will say, on the road to Bravo. And there will be a table of encounters to roll on or a pre-prepared encounter with stats and names. Then the one right after that might be arriving in Bravo, and the description of the city, and so on. I also have a general idea of where my players are heading, but of course surprises happen, and luckily for me, I actually love my long anxiety-ridden nights of world building so that I'm as prepared as possible. Obviously, I have a bunch of dice behind my screen. A bunch. I also have copies of all the books handy. These are my copies of the DMG, Xanathar's Guide, the Player's Handbook, the Monster Manual, Tasha's Cauldron, and many more ready just in case. Obviously, if you're running a module, you'll need that book. I also keep pencils handy or some sort of note-taking available. Then there's your minis, or in my case, I have my tokens pre-created for my online game. And of course, a tankard for the finest ale or a pipe filled with the best pipeweed. I hope this gives you a better understanding of what you might need behind your own DM screen. If you want to share some of your secrets, leave them in the comments. I'd love to read those. I want to know what's behind all of your guys' screens. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, feed your Displacer Beasts, and we'll see you next time, adventurers.